So, hello, beautiful beings. I hope you're doing really well and lovely to connect with you as always. So, I've been teaching classes in person and I've been asked for playlists by some beautiful beings. And rather than just emailing them the tracks, I just wanted to give a little overview on how powerful mantra can be, and why it can be so difficult, especially for new people, to embrace it. So if you're thinking, "Well, mantra, that's a bit weird," which I did before I knew how powerful it was, I will just tell you a little bit about my experience. So I started Kundalini Yoga back in 2007, and there were no teachers near me back then. And so I would do DVDs, and I would do the yoga practice, but then the meditations at the end that had mantra, I'd think, mantra, I haven't got time to sing, I need to get to work. And I would forget about them. And then in 2011, I signed up for the teacher training and more to learn more about Kundalini Yoga, I thought, rather than be a teacher. And yeah, it really surprised me. So the first weekend, I was a bit of a princess back then, and we were sleeping in bunk beds with people I didn't know. There was no caffeine, which if you use mantra, you'll probably be able to give it up at some point. I had to get up at 4:15 a.m. and have a cold shower to chant these mantras that I had no idea what they meant because they were in a foreign language. And my mind was just so grumpy. I was able to smile at people, but I was just like, "Oh, I don't want to be here. This is rubbish." And also on top of that, which was probably what was making me so irritable, was my neck and back were in spasm. And normally it would have taken me 3 to 5 trips to the osteopath to sort that out. So had my cold shower, went downstairs, sat down, and everyone started chanting. And in less than 5 minutes, my neck and back stopped hurting. And I just felt like I was in this sea of bliss. It was amazing. And then in, I don't know, 10 minutes, it was just this ecstasy. It was absolutely incredible. And because it was a sacred space, I was just kind of sat there enjoying it. But I really wanted to just lie on the floor in a starfish shape, laughing my head off, going, wow, this is amazing. So I would really invite you to give it a go because it really will upgrade your whole being and your whole life. Um, on the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. So if you think of yourself as you think of yourself like your energy frequency, where are you tuned in, like a radio station? So 101 FM could be stress, anxiety, scarcity, worrying about money, um, anger, and that's all blaring out. But if we shift our frequency through mantra, it will up level it to 108 FM, which is deep peace and abundance, harmony, bliss. And really, it's going to help you transcend the mind so that you're not a victim to that insane monkey mind or that negative chatter. Also, very good for inner anger, even rage, self-doubt, limiting beliefs, anti-aging, really help enhance your cognitive functions as well. There's lots of research on it if you're still kind of, oh, I'm not really sure. We'll do a meditation soon, actually, and there's lots of research being done on this one. So I'll share that with you soon. But so going back to the playlist of what I wanted to share with some of you. So Guru Ram Das, Guru Guru Wahe Guru, Guru Ram Das Guru. So the ones I'm going to share, I'll put them in the link below. They're very beautiful. The first one, such a beautiful voice, Sangeet Kaur, and it will really help you heal your heart. A lot of people, when they come to practice, they have this anxiety around their chest. And also, it's almost like there's a knot, there's this like tight gripping and grief. And often we kind of hunch it if we've been wounded in our heart and not healed it. We have this like hunching forwards to protect us, or maybe the weight of the world are on our shoulders weighing us down. So the mantra will help you clear all that off. Also, what's the other phrase? They've got a chip on their shoulder. So that resentment, because we hold a lot of resentments in our shoulders. So it will help clear all of that. And then the other version that I'm going to share with you is by Guru Das. And I found this a few years ago, and I was working, and suddenly my intuition was like, you need a new version of Guru Ram Das. And I thought, I must have all of them. I've got about 20 different versions. I don't need any more. But my intuition kept on going, and I just kept on. So I bought this version and put it on 24/7 for just over a week. And I came into this just before some crazy events happened in the world and in my life. I came into this wonderful, I call it the awakened, boundless heart, where the head, it can be freaking out, but it drops down into the heart space. And the heart, when it's healed, is this divine inner wisdom. And so if we think about with our human heart and our mind, all the crazy suffering that's going on in the world, it just becomes overwhelming and we can't cope. But when we sink into our awakened, boundless heart, there's this deep inner knowing that all is well and it all makes sense, even though our mind can't understand it. And it's complete neutrality. So, this will really help you not be a victim to those negative emotions, and you'll find that you can respond to situations rather than react, or if someone annoys you and you shout them down and say something really cruel, and then go on a shame spiral and beat yourself up and, oh, why did I do that? um, this helps you observe those emotions, dissolve them eventually, but so that you don't react in anger or fear, or shame. So it's also very good for developing this rhythmic harmony for happiness. So love that mantra, one of my favorites. The next one is Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Geo. So wa is wow, ecstasy beyond belief, beyond words, the indescribable joy of going from darkness to light. So Guru, Gu is darkness and Ru is light. And it's also can be used as from ignorance to awareness, but ignorance in the Indian sense of you're not aware of your true nature, which is unconditional joy and deep inner peace, because your mind is busy with the pain of the past. And then Geo is oh my soul. So it's this affectionate relationship with the divine. So again, ignorance isn't in the English sense of you idiot. We're not beating ourselves up with these mantras. The next one, and if you're watching this in the Facebook group, we're going to be doing some live meditations soon. So I'll put a link. If you're not in the Facebook group, I'll put a link for you to join if you wish. The next one is Chattr Vartee, which is wonderful for clearing fear out of your system. And so our protective mind, or the ego, or the conditioned mind, really wants to just keep us safe and in the familiar, even if that means that we're sick, miserable, depressed. It would rather stay in the known. So most minds will choose misery and the known over uncertainty. It's also very good for healing the heart. So again, this one I would recommend for leaving on like 24/7. It might be a bit much to begin with. I know when I first started saying it, because I used to suffer with terrible anxiety, it was like this big fear cleanse. But the version that I'm putting in the links is by Snatam, and it's very gentle and healing and soft. There's another version by Kulwant Singh, which is more upbeat. And if you want to, that's more like an advanced level. It's very good. Then we're doing Ramadasa Sa Se So Hung. So many wonderful stories about this mantra. It's very sacred healing, very deep healing, very calming. Again, this is one that you can leave on 24/7, especially if someone's ill. One of my friends, his teacher told him to play it 24/7 for 40 days. And day 21, it's like, oh my God, I don't want to be healed. I just want to turn off this mantra. But he kept on going. So yeah, that's a really wonderful one to start with as well. It's a very good beginner's one. So the next one is Sunia, the art of deeply listening. So when we quieten our mind, when we first come to this practice, it depends on your parents, your life, your lifestyle, what traumas and stress that you've got going on. But in the foreground of our experience can just be this busyness and just this noise. But when we start clearing out the subconscious mind and the nervous system and the body of the pain of the past, instead of all that being in our foreground, this deep peace starts coming into the foreground of our experience. And from there, we start living our life and making decisions. So there's this, our true nature is unconditional joy and deep peace. And there's this, this presence, which it feels like love. So Sunya is the art of deeply listening. And the more that we practice this, the deeper it takes you into that absolute stillness and that inner wisdom. And also our true nature is fearless. So this is a lovely one as well if you suffer with anxiety and taking action. And also building this, being aware of awareness of your true nature. And the first time I did an awareness meditation, so this deeply listening, I'd had back pain. It had been an ongoing thing for over 10 years, but it'd been hurting for 2 weeks, and the last few days I was limping. And I started doing this awareness meditation, so deeply listening and just listening to the pain, and it just stopped hurting and it didn't come back. So that's also very powerful as well. And then the next one is Pavan Guru. So this is giving you the experience of may the force be with you. So all the wisdom is on your breath. And if you have a busy mind, if you have anxiety or you're in emotional hell, uncontrollable emotions, thoughts, spiraling, this one is, the more that you do it, the easier it is going to be for you to access this deep inner peace. It also increases your pranic energy, your life force energy, and very healing. So if the mind is swirling, you can inhale and you just drop into that peace. Maybe not on your first try, but the more you practice this, the easier it will become. And the last one, we haven't done this in class. We're going to do it next week. And if you don't come to the live classes, I'll do it online. I think I've got a video clip of me doing it before, but we'll do it again because it's incredible. We've got time to tell you about it. No, we'll tell you about it on the next one because I've got an amazing story, and it's very beautiful. But it's Sat Narayan Wahe Guru. And again, all the links I'm going to put below. Feel free to ask any questions. And it's been wonderful to connect with you as always. If you start practicing these, feel free to let me know how you get on, any experiences that you have. And I will see you soon. Lots of love. Sana.